All right, guys, gather around, because today we're discussing the wild, unexpected, and slightly bizarre saga of Paul Pogba's supplement scandal. No, this isn't about red cards, dodgy tackles, or VAR drama. It's about something much more nutritional. A supplement, to be exact, that landed Pogba on an extended vacation from football. But as with any good story, the devil's in the details. In a recent interview, Pogba finally broke his silence, and let me tell you, it's a ride filled with emotions, explanations, and enough triple-checking talk to make your head spin. First off, Pogba admitted to taking a supplement. No dodging, no PR gymnastics, just a straightforward, yep, I took it.
Yes, for sure. I take responsibility of, yes, I've took the supplement.
But here's where it gets interesting. He claims he didn't triple-check what was in it.
And I didn't triple-check.
Now, call me cautious, but who doesn't at least glance at the label when taking something? Especially when you're a multi-millionaire footballer with a small army of nutritionists, doctors, and professionals at your disposal. But I guess Paul was just feeling spontaneous that day. Supplements and football, not exactly Gatorade. Now, supplements in football are nothing new. Athletes take them all the time to recover, stay in peak shape, and maintain health. Kind of like the rest of us grabbing a multivitamin from the pharmacy, but you know, with a professional twist. But here's where the stakes get high. For professional athletes, everything that goes into their body is their responsibility. Yep, even if it was handed to them by someone in a white coat saying, "Trust me, it's just vitamins." Pogba? Well, he says he did trust his professional, but the triple check never happened. And that's how we ended up here, with a positive test result and a 4-year ban staring him down. A 4-year ban, people, that's basically a football lifetime. Yet, in typical Pogba fashion, he's as chill as a yoga instructor on a beach retreat. If I have to be punished, I'm fine with it, he says, like he's talking about missing dessert, not, his entire career.
If I have to be punished, let's say it like that, I'm fine with it. Should never be for years.
Wait, why was the ban reduced? So, how did we get from 4 years to 12 months? That's some serious negotiating right there. Turns out, after a lot of back and forth, the authorities agreed that Pogba's little supplement snafu was more of an oversight than a deliberate attempt to channel his inner superhero on the field. And because of this, his suspension got slashed down to a mere 12 months. Honestly, that's like getting pulled over for speeding and walking away with a warning. But of course, the real drama lies in the details. What exactly was in that supplement? Was it a performance enhancer? Was it a secret formula? No, says Pogba. It was for normal health. Whatever that means. He insists it wasn't for any performance boost. And he's waving around documents like a guy on trial saying, "Here, just read this. It'll explain everything."
But I think the easier way is, I will get you the document, and you can see it from yourself. You explain everything.
Dramatic, right? At this point, I'm expecting a Netflix documentary, Pogba and the Case of the Misunderstood Supplement. Other players and their supplements, not just Pogba. Now, Pogba isn't the first footballer to face this kind of issue. Let's take a quick look at some other high-profile cases, like Alex Song, who also found himself on the wrong side of the supplement law. These cases always seem to come down to the same thing, trusting professionals who apparently didn't triple-check either. Maybe footballers need to start carrying magnifying glasses to read those ingredient labels because, let's face it, when supplements go wrong, careers can go sideways. And this raises a larger question. How much of this is on the player, and how much is on the professionals who advise them? Pogba trusted his expert, but ultimately, he's the one facing the consequences.
It's supplements, exactly. But in my case, which was totally different because it was given by a professional.
It's like borrowing your friend's car and getting a ticket. You're the one stuck paying the fine even though you weren't driving. Rough deal, right? Emotional roller coaster? You bet. Emotionally, Pogba's been through it. In his own words, when he got the news, he was shocked, like, what did I do wrong? Did I eat something weird? Did I put on the wrong lotion?
Shocking moment, definitely, because I really didn't know what caused that. I was like, what is going on? Why? What did I do wrong?
Seriously, it sounds like Pogba was mentally going through his entire bathroom cabinet, wondering if his face cream had accidentally turned him into an Olympic sprinter. And who wouldn't? The stakes are high, and Pogba described the whole experience as if his career flashed before his eyes. But don't worry, enter his wife, the real MVP of this story. You're going to get through this, she told him, sitting him down like a coach giving the halftime pep talk of a lifetime.
My wife was like, sit down, sitting me down, and you're gonna go.
Apparently, it worked because Pogba tossed those dark thoughts aside and got back to training. Honestly, we need to get her on the motivational speaking circuit. What's next? Back to football, hopefully. So, what happens next? Pogba's ready to get back on the pitch, and from the sounds of it, he's even hinting at a potential return to Manchester United. Talk about making a dramatic comeback. But before we get too excited, there's still a lot to figure out. He's still under contract with Juventus, but with the suspension ending sooner than expected, the transfer rumors are already flying. Premier League, Saudi Arabia, maybe even the United States? It's like a reality show cliffhanger. Where in the world will Pogba land? And while we're all sitting here waiting for his grand return, one thing is for sure. Pogba isn't planning to let this supplement drama define his legacy. I'm still the same player, he says, and honestly, after everything that's happened, he might come back even hungrier. We could be seeing Pogba 2.0, leaner, meaner, and definitely more cautious about what he's putting into his body. The verdict on Pogba's legacy. Now, this whole ordeal isn't exactly a career highlight for Pogba, but let's be real. He's not the first or last player to go through something like this. If anything, it adds another layer to the Pogba saga, a player who's already had his fair share of ups and downs. Will it affect his legacy? Maybe. But with a reduction to 12 months, Pogba still has plenty of time to prove that this was just a hiccup in his otherwise illustrious career. Whether he's back in Manchester, running wild in Saudi Arabia, or kicking it in the States, one thing's certain. Pogba's story isn't over. He's coming back, and if history's taught us anything, it's that when Pogba's in the headlines, it's going to be entertaining. So grab your popcorn, folks. This saga isn't over yet.